Wonder what the orcs want with all this boat. Make a chandelier, most like. And a very ostentatious one it'll be. My, you're still alive. Way to beat the odds, Wanderer.
Leave another door open.
I survived. See little eyes.
It's heating up.
Smashed to bits against the wood. Look at that.
Ah, wonderful. You're both here once more. Can you guess what's happened? Surely by now you know the signs. Or perhaps you can simply guess from how utterly giddy I am.
A bit drafty in here, isn't it? Are we near a event?
Take a look. All your work has not been for naught. This last starstone you discovered has given the weaver just what she needed to mend another portion of the tapestry. Another tantalizing tidbit of long-lost history awaits us. Another piece of your story is ours to discover. Oh, how very thrilling.
For millennia, the God Box was flanked by the two devoted guardians. But Astarte's playmate, a creature called the Trife, turned her attention to the forbidden box. I may know a way to destroy what's inside, hissed the scheming creature. Together, we can set the Guardians free. Open its lid, Astarte, and we can have a look together. Astarte trusted her friend and assented. She pitied the Guardians and welcomed a chance to free them. "Let me help you," she whispered into the ear of one. "I know your duty, but you both deserve a chance at freedom." "Haven't you suffered enough of this chore?" she asked the other. "Look, your companion is free already." The Guardians, unaccustomed to such attention, started. She had planted a seed of curiosity within them, rekindled a desire that had, for eons, lain dormant. Slowly, they glanced at one another, and the Trife's trap was sprung.
Say, have you seen my magic box? It's got all kinds of wonders stashed inside.
I salute you, my master. Other elementals lie in wait until with a word you command them to action. Which one of them, pray, has your preference?
what a great jokes. Oh, I could tell a joke or two.
We were seduced then, tricked into neglecting our duty for the briefest of moments.
A bit drafty in here, isn't it? Are we near a vent? I wonder how much of a
Have you seen
spark
my
it
magic
takes
box?
to zap
It's
a
got all
human to
kinds of wonders
vapour.
stashed inside.
Tricked, seduced, excuses for failure. It was our duty to guard the box, and we faltered.
Oh, and the empathy year. Every year. Every year, I said. Aye, aye, Captain.
Indeed, but perhaps it isn't too late to set right what we've wronged.
Oh, it's you. Yes, hello, Source Hunter. Recently what? Oh, Eve.
Source Hunter, I have heard the tale of Prontua, a mortal who promised the god she would always fetch their water. She was driven mad by the unchanging task far before the god's thirst was quenched. Do you not find it strange that the gods would allow mortals to volunteer for such responsibilities?
I think I could fly straight to the
Doom.
void. Oh,
Has a nice
way
thing
up.
to it, doesn't it?
You know what a great jokes. Oh, I could tell a joke or two. Free on a good day.
I wonder how much of a spark it takes to zap a human to vapour.
Say, have you seen my
drafty
magic
in
box?
here, isn't
It's
it?
got all kinds of
near a
wonders stashed
vent?
inside.
Think I could fly straight to the void? I think I could fly straight to the void. All the way up.
Oh, and the empathy year. Every year. Every year, I said.
It is strange to be subject to the whims of such unwise beings. I would not choose to serve them if the choice were mine.
tell a joke or two. Free on a good day. Aye, aye, Captain.
I wonder how much of a spark it takes to zap a
Check.
human to
Have you seen my magic box? It's got all kinds of wonders stashed inside.
A bit drafty in here, isn't it? Are we near a vent? I wonder how much of a spark it takes to zap a human to vapour.
Oh, in the empathy year. Every year. Every year, I said.
You know what are great? Jokes. Oh, I could tell a joke or two. Free on a good day.
Think I could fly
I wonder
straight
how
to the
much
void.
I
I think I could fly
Has a
straight
nice
to the
bend to
void.
it, doesn't it?
All the way up.
Say, have you seen my magic box? You know
It's
what?
got
All
great
kinds of
jokes.
wonders stashed
I could
inside.
tell a
joke or two. Free on a good day. Aye, aye, Captain.
Think I could fly
A bit
straight
drafty
to the
in here,
void.
isn't it?
I
Are we
think
near
I
a
could fly straight to
vent?
the void. All the way up.
I salute you, my master. And that is your Thy will be done.
You'll have to speak to the statue before we know what you'll find through the portal.
Oh, it's so cold in here.
Dearest guardians, how I rejoice at the sight of your growth, both in power and in prowess. And yet I cannot help but wonder, will it ever be enough? Will you craft yourselves once more into the warriors that you were? Oh, in the end you are like infants still. Infants that would perish with a broken wail had they not their mother's milk to suckle. But you always were like children, weren't you? As are we all in the eyes of the gods. And yet they set an impossible task before you, then blamed you when you failed. How foolish even the divines can be, how lacking in compassion.
I do feel like a child, being kept in the dark about so many things.
I guess we'll have to find more Starstone and grow up.
By the hoary beard of Boreas, can it be? You've come home. It's about time, isn't it? Your quarters have been invaded by all manner of madness. Does my brilliant frost beguile you? I am ice, of course. A soldier of ice, to be explicit, and this is where I have dwelt across many eons. Here I wait for the day, if ever, I am called to serve the realm again. Could I be more explicit? This place is of your essence. Can't you feel it in your very bones, as I do in every crystal of frost within me? You belong here, and this place belongs to you. I cannot tell you why or how, but I know it to be true. Of course, alongside my opposite, the eternal fire, we were summoned in service of a goal greater than the timeless battle between heat and cold. Yes, together we sought victory against the void. You can thank our great army for all of this, you know. For existence itself. Those were times of great proportions, the forces of nothingness pitted against those of life, and naught but ourselves marching to the beat set by our great leaders could stop the void's encroachment. Your home, your rules, naturally. What would you like to know? Off to explore your abode. By the hoary beard of Boreas, can it be? You've come home. It's about time, isn't it? Your quarters have been invaded by all manner of madness. Off to explore. By the hoary beard of Boreas, can it be? You've come home. It's about time, isn't it? Your quarters have been invaded by all manner of madness. Off to explore your abode.
The Source Hunters and their star stones will stir it from its slumber.
I'm confident they will. They must. The alternative is unthinkable.
What's the word, Source Hunter? I believe the answer to ours was a family of born still. Their meekness wouldn't save them from the Source Hunters. I cannot condone the terrible thing. What's more, I sense a terrible force. If I could only repair the forge, I'm certain she'd put a stop to this madness.
Che!
Continue your search. You are so close to the end of your journey. You cannot falter now. You both puzzle at...
Good to see you on the shelter plane. A home away from home, is it not? Did you? Most wonderful. Could I have a quick read? Yes. Crikey, Dragon of the Void, She doesn't mess around now, does she? The Temple of the Source. I've heard of such a place, buried deep within the forbidden confines of a cursed phantom forest. That is where your travels should take you, east of the Lacula Woods, even though death hangs over that place like a ghostly fog. But first you should go to Hunter's Edge, the village that borders those haunted woodlands. That is where Zandalore lives. The wizard Leandra is hunting. He is knowledgeable of the Source, and his capture by the Void Seekers would be catastrophic indeed. Of all the... You'll have to redouble your efforts, my friend. You'll have to find more Starstones before she does, and force...
Oh, I could tell a joke or two.
How might I serve our mission? and I shall answer, if I can.
How can I help you, my friend?
Every year, I said. Very, very cold. Che!
Sweet relief. A stitch in time, eh, friends?
Sweet relief!
Is that one of them lovely Baywater belts? Oh, no, false alarm.
My kingdom
Just a few
for a
yards
try
in test.
shot.
It's heating up.
My, you're still alive. Way to beat the odds, Wanderer.
Oh, I could do with a cold drink.
You may be a Flatlander, but you could be of some use yet. Sneak up behind Grottilda and stick a dagger in her skull, would you?
Nice to see a fresh face that ain't green as troll snot. Let's make yourself known to Jarl if you haven't yet.
You again? Back with proper clearance, are you? Or have I got to cut an amulet out of your heart?
Warm as dragon's breath.
What? Afraid to address your betters, are you? I ain't afraid of a single bumpkin one of you. Then why not stand up and face me, boy? One on one. They're keeping the peace for now. Keep yours. That other just yours to keep in the meantime. That's so. Y'all can't stand the thought of it all. Try getting them to
You again? Back with proper clearance, are you? Or have I got to cut an amulet out of your heart? I suppose any one of us within these walls can trust a believer in the goddess's way. And boy, are you in for a treat. We've given this town a real immaculate treatment, I tell you. If you're looking for the leaders around here, you've got two to choose from. Jarl, the chief of We of the Mountain, and Grottilda, the Gnashing Oak she-devil. I'd tell you to enjoy your stay, but I don't think you're here for the fun of it.
They're keeping the peace for now. Keep yours. That other trust's yours. Try getting them to sweats, can you?
My, how did a spleen get on?
Living in here under the great Grottilda.
They say humans and orcs don't get along, but I've seen a pair as thick as a troll's toe hair.
For your toesies. What? Afraid to address your betters, are you? I ain't afraid of a single frog-skinned one of you. Then why not stand up and face me, boy? One-on-one. They're keeping the peace for now. Chief's orders. That other tusk's yours to keep in the meantime. That's so. Y'all can't stand the thought of his old tribe getting rid to sweats, can he? Poor fella. Living in fear. Go on then, Rockskin. We'll see who'll end up beneath those boots. Is that what you call those thimbles on your toesies?
I'd prefer to drown my sorrows with ale.
My stars shine brightly today.
I ain't afraid of a single frog-skinned one of you. Then why not stand up and face me? One-on-one. They're keeping the peace for now.
Soaked to the skin.
That other tusk's yours to keep in the meantime. That's so. Y'all can't stand the thought of his old tribe getting built to shreds. Living in fear. Go on then, Rockskin. We'll see who'll end up beneath those boots.
My lucky charm works for us all.
Tusk's yours to keep in the meantime. That's so. Y'all can't stand the thought of his old tribe getting built to shreds, can he? Living in fear under the great Matilda. Go on then, Rockskin. We'll see who'll end up beneath those boots. Is that those toesies? Nice. Two little eyes. All smashed to bits.
They say humans.
A fine stroke of luck.
Others call it skill.
I ain't afraid of a single frog-skinned one of you. Then why not stand up and face me? One-on-one. They're keeping the peace for now. Chief's orders. That other tusk's yours to keep in the meantime. That's so. Y'all can't stand the thought of his old tribe getting back to shreds, can he? Living in fear under the Go on then, Rockskin. We'll see who'll end up beneath those boots.
Feeling lucky!
All smashed to bits. Pray to address your betters, are you? I ain't afraid of a single frog-skinned woman. Then why not stand up and face me? One-on-one. Keeping the peace.
Whew! I thought my luck had run out.
Well, the tusk's yours to keep in the meantime. That's so. Y'all can't stand the thought of his old tribe getting ripped to shreds, can he? Poor fellow. Living in fear under the great Matilda. Go on then, Rockskin. We'll see who'll end up beneath those boots. Is that what you call those thimbles on your toesies?
tripping.
Lies! All smashed to bits.
Afraid to address your betters, are you?
I ain't afraid of a single frog-skinned one of you.
Then why not stand up and face me? One on one.
They're keeping the peace for now. Chief's orders. That other tusk's yours to keep in the meantime.
That's so. Y'all can't stand before it all try getting ripped to shreds, can you? Living in fear under the great mountains.
Go on then, Frogskin. We'll see who'll end up beneath those boots.
Is that what you call those things on your toesies?
I ain't afraid of a single frog-skinned one of you.
Then why not stand up and face me? One on one.
They're keeping the peace for now. Chief's orders. That other tusk's yours to keep in the meantime.
That's so. Y'all can't stand before it.
I think I'd try to put you some of these ruins and taxidermist.
Living in fear under the great mountains.
Go on then, Frogskin. We'll see who'll end up beneath those boots.
Is that what you call those things on your toesies? Afraid to address your betters, are you?
I ain't afraid of a single frog-skinned
Really do
one
like
of
a pain. Blood gets so ugly when it dries.
They're keeping the peace for now. Chief's orders. That other tusk's yours to keep in the meantime.
That's so. Y'all can't stand before it. Try to get it ripped to shreds, can you?
Stars shine brightly today.
Is that what you call those things on your toesies?
Gorag doesn't look so fearsome without his second horn. And to think, it was a human who managed to snap it clean off.
What?
I
Afraid to
serve
address
the
your
old mother.
betters, are you?
Apart from that,
I ain't
I'm nothing.
afraid of a single
And if you ain't
frog-skinned one
serving
of
her,
you.
you're less
Then why
than
not stand
nothing.
up and face me, boy? One on one.
They're keeping the peace for now. Chief's orders. That other tusk's yours to keep in the meantime.
Many rats scurry in and out of this hole. Where it leads is uncertain.
Living in fear under the great mountains.
Go on then, Frogskin. We'll see who'll end up
How to
beneath
take?
those boots.
Is that what you call those things on your toesies? Human, blasted mosquitoes. Never a moment's peace with these filthy vermin buzzing in me. Oh, ho, ho. Brother, I've crossed me pests. 'Tweren't a tiny winged bloodsucker whining at me, but a tiny footed one. Brother, I think the human's asking me a question. Think I ought to tell the tiny pest who I am? Or ought I tell her I lost his horn in a scuffle with another ickle human? Maybe it was this one's brother.
Destiny smiles upon us this day.
That pesky bugger might have got me all, but I've got something too. You're just human, and it's Jim Droch, as we say.
Many rats scurry
Say
in and out. Many rats scurry. Many rats scurry in and out of this hole where it leads.
Brothers are we
is
all,
uncertain.
limbs of the tribe. Jarl is the
Many
head,
rats
and I am a
scurry
hand
in and
that
out of
wields
this
the
hole
sword.
where many
So,
rats.
what do you want instead?
Many rats scurry in and out of this hole where it leads is uncertain.
Your mother's orders are the only one.
Nice to see a fresh face that ain't green as troll.
Sodden all the way to my boot
Just
soles.
make yourself known to Jarl when you haven't yet.
Bloody Keith. Who could trust a big stupid oaf like you with something like that?
Hello again. Do you bring good news? Jinxica is my name, and until recently I lived a placid sort of life among the people of... I had many friends here, but none so dear. If you come to this village to help and not to harm, a kind but private man he is. The Dark Invaders seemed very... Would that an invasion were all! They destroyed every crumb of each life they took, infused their... The human tribe came shortly after. They had their own supply of... They've survived this carnage so far by concealing themselves most cleverly. I've done my best to guard their hiding place from the slime-bellied rats attempting to sniff them out. But I fear my efforts are savages by savages employed. The orcs have one among them. The rat catcher, they call him, who claims to have... But you're not like the brutes inside those walls. No. They must be squashed, every last one of them. I've done my best so far.
Behold these skulls bereft of the lips with which they kissed.
What a deluge!
It's all mother, I'll say.
What a deluge!
Say, what's a Zandalore anyhow?
The dog looks up at you with misery-ridden eyes. Its tail doesn't wag, and when it tries to bark or speak, only silence reaches your ears. The dog hangs its head, then looks north. Filled with fury, it barks noiselessly in the direction of the forest.
What a deluge!
Many rats scurry in and out of this hole. Where it leads is uncertain.
We've already found 3 villagers hiding in this place. They dragged them into the warehouse cellar, and I haven't heard a squeak from them since.
Rawr! That is, how can I help you, my friend?
We've already found 3 villagers hiding in this place. They dragged them into the warehouse cellar. Garrick was a kind sort of fellow. Always shared his lunch with the gods' fairer creatures. Imagine our dismay when that big green beast carried him off.
I spotted something.
Conduit's orders. Best not to get on her bad side.
I spotted something.
I'll find the old tubber lad that did this and feeding him his own netters.
sheep if you're so bloody bothered.
A sheep? So, which one of you
Blood brothers of Jarl, stuck in this orc-infested dump. I swear I'll start taking heads if we don't get out of here soon.
I spotted something.
These big green goons certainly can't handle their alcohol. Give them a sip of something fine and they're useless.
I order everything, mother.
I prefer to drown my sorrows with ale.
By the goddesses, take some parts!
That old rat catcher calls himself king, but there can be only one.
I spotted something.
Those bloodstones are ours, and we will have them back. Oh, my augur's flame kindles at your approach. In the market for some magical artifacts and scrolls, are you? Anything and everything left behind by vermin after we've exterminated them. And I must say, some of these roaches have mighty fine taste. The All-Mother chooses first from among the spoils, and the rest she grants to us to use or turn to profit. Do not cross the sword clan of Chanaros.
You'll beat your chest.
What do you call it?
About avenging the seventh
Oh,
starship
that-
Alfred Moonwolf.
Even vermin leave behind a worthy scrap or two. Or even the old mother class this steel in a single blow. Coming all to hell, Come, let's see those cars. Take some parts.
Shut your mouth and go get us some wine, why don't you?
Now there's
Following
an
all the way
idea
to my
of a ring
boot
to
soles.
it.
What do you want, Flatlander? If you're here for villagers, we've shipped them all out already.
Got me wages, fellas. What's a sparkling coin?
Fellas?
Look, I know I drank.
I'm overheating here.
But that's no reason to keep ignoring. No, go screw yourself with a rusty mace, why don't you? Right, you round, girl.
Nice to see a fresh face, lean green as true.
Snot!
Seven's my lucky number, so 7 it is.
Back to me. I'm gonna
Cheers.
call it, lads.
Though I
Now
wish
for
there
the
were other
clock.
bottles that
King
go
of
around
Court.
here.
The three of
Hey, you'll not get a peek at these prisoners without Jarl's permission. What's going on in there ain't for the faint of heart anyway. What are you up to, sneaking around here? Got a soft spot for those damned to the rack, do you? Well, unless you've orders from Jarl himself, scram! Or you'll be next in line. A son of the mountain am I, and a blood brother of Jarl besides. Chief placed me in charge of guarding the hatch to the prison cellar. Knows I won't hesitate to split the throat of any man or orc who tried to come or go without Jarl's say-so. Want to get your hands on the flare knives, do you? You'll have to see Jarl about that. The way I figure it, he'll be happy to have a reason to change the guard down there. We'll never find out where those villagers are hiding if these orcs club every last witness silly.
The game's mine.
Nice hand of cards, that one.
Come, let's have another round before we get too drunk to read the card. Here, keep your eyes off my cards, Flatlander. Well, why not? The looting's done. There ain't much work to go round. A hand or two will take the edge off. Grab a chair and we'll deal you in. If you ain't afraid to lose your boots, we play for keeps.
The cards are shuffled. Now, place your...
Hey! Keep your hands off Mike. Well, why not? Grab a chair and we'll deal...
Hey, keep, but why not? Grab a chair and we'll... Right, new round, girls. What have we here? New blood looking to place a bet, eh? But hold on. You're coming to our table with hardly any coin on you? Get lost, you pauper.
Conduit's orders. Best not to get on her bad side. You know that.
Yeah, but her orders don't
I am
solve
on the
that.
trail, Source Hunter.
If you're so bloody hot and bothered.
A sheep?
Nice to see a fresh face that ain't green as troll snot. Best make yourself...
7's my lucky number, so 7 it is.
Many rats scurry in and out of this hole. Where it leads is many rats scurry in and out of this hole. Where it leads is uncertain.
By order of the All-Mother, you just out on magic balls.
This is all so pointless. There isn't even a wet garden in it.
Many rats scurry in and out of this hole. Where it leads is uncertain.
Oh, I could do with a cold drink.
In the market for some premium gear, are ya?
What are you doing lingering around here anyway, human?
Toasty!
Brutilda doesn't
Feeling
take
hot
nothing,
under the
does
collar.
she? We're waiting to fight the final battle. The time is nearly nigh.
Sodden up!
You're just a you, and there's Jim Drop, as we say. Same word we use for word.
Ain't they a lovely sight up there? All in a row. Strung 'em up myself, I did. Each of the little darlings. The sweetest sight I could ask for. I never did much care for the term myself. I'm more of a caretaker, you see. The world's a wild place, unpredictable at best. But here, on these gallows, there's peace, calm. I keep the order, and my little one stays mine. Condemned in this life, perhaps, but when they come to rest in my nooses, their sins are washed away. These aren't thieves and murderers and traitors, you see. After I've laid them to rest here, they're pure as angels. My little angels. Most of them, yes, but that's far from my only order of business. Our great Queen Grachilda is no stranger at getting her claws bloody, and she'll not hesitate to pluck out a pair of eyes what looked at her sideways. I handle all the dreaming dears when she's done with them all the same. Whether they're my little ones or hers makes no difference. I'm happy to bring them here, to rest among me and mine. It should be an honour. Where ought we to start? Paulie came first, the little rogue. A human he was, and Grachilda ordered him hanged while Jarl was out on the hunt. He was the first I got to tuck in myself since coming to this town. Oh, I remember it like, my little Tierlo. He was a sweet one right from the start. A thief, I think he was in his last life, but he accepted what was to come easy as pie. The guards handed him to me, limp as a doll and shivering with fright. I strung him up nice and slow, so as not to worry the poor dear.
What do you call it? Oh, my back!
That one's worth 10 coins for sure.
What do you call that? Oh, my back!
hand of cards, that one.
Or even the old man that crashed this spear.
To read the cards.
I'll win this one. The goddess is with me.
What do you call that, Tim? Oh, man. Ah! Right, you rascal. 2 cards left.
Just the one coin for me.
7's my lucky number, so 7 it is.
Back to me. What do you call that, Tim? Oh, man. Ah! Finally, I have some bloody fares again.
Let's get the ball rolling here. 5 coins.
What do you call that?
Call and raise you another 5.
Oh, my back to this guy. Come on.
Call.
Now for the 3rd card. 3 of dice. Now let's one way to black on it.
Check.
Yeah, check. Go on.
Or even the old man that passed this steal in a single blow. 6 of hearts.
You know, you mean? He was one of Gratilda's. After some impertinent question or other, I believe it was. Impertinent questions. A plague among we orcs, they are. Ending more death than horn rot these days. Well, Gratilda dispatched him, but it was I who collected the great heavy deer and strung him up here. Gratilda said he'd be a warning to the others, but I think he's a great addition to the family, to boot. He does look a lovely sort of pale green colour, don't he? Like a dusty ancient jade. Beautiful.
Send Gratilda over the edge, does
I'm
it?
warm as
Who'd have thought
It's
the
fresh
greatest
apple
threat
pie.
to the
What
Immaculates
about
would be
that
one of their own?
Look how it skulks around. Neither orc nor enlightened. I'll bet no one would even notice if it disappeared.
Yeah, now, I'm only another beautiful, ain't they? Still and pale and all.
You there, tell me, how's your vision? Any ailments in the liver or spleen? Lost ones are everywhere these days, after all. I am a servant to the goddess, of course. One of the first among her enlightened in Revellon, and certainly the most devoted. I've scoured the region for unworthy souls, and am quite efficiently cleansing the land of lost ones great and small. How much better the lost serve her as bone automatons. My expertise as a necromancer is unmatched, you know. I've a success rate is nearing 99%. They end up with their brains a bit, well, scrambled. You can find such a fellow opining over skulls somewhere around here. One of my more harmless false steps, I think.
Nice hand of cards, that one.
Even vermin leave behind a worthy scrap or two. Back for more? Don't say I'll blame ya. The old mother selected this stock herself.
Neither orc nor enlightened. I'll bet no one would even...
Well, well, well. What do we have here? Human reinforcements. No need for a supple young kitten like yourself here. My rats will find the villagers in no time at all. Even vermin leave behind a worthy scrap or two. Do you pretend not to know me, child? Surely you stare into my left eye each time you admire the full moon. But play coy if you will. The Old Mother called me here to find a certain tiny herd of sheep missing from her flock. Ah, the wolfish shepherd woman, she. I am world-renowned for my ability to search and to find. Why, you might ask, feigning ignorance so that you might hear more of my lilting voice. Rats, kitten, rats are always the answer. There's no hole they won't find, no stench that can deter them. No, there is no hiding from a rat, and so there is no hiding from me. I raise them, train them, lead them. I am their king, and my subjects will find those hidden villages in no time at all. Lost lambs, yes, fleeing the slaughter. Naughty, naughty. I'll give them quite the spanking when my rats whisper to me where to find them. Yes, perhaps I'll get my fill of my own private punishments first and foremost. The All-Mother believes those villagers, being the one-time servant of the wizard, will know how to find him. Or at least how to break the enchantments shielding his house. Wicked enchantments, are they? Our mother, yes. And we do suckle from the teat of her goodwill. No wonder so many of us starve. An iron fist in an iron glove is our Grtilda. She doesn't tolerate failure any more than I tolerate a spring nymph stealing glimpses of me during bath time. No, Shira, I say, you'll get your fill at the God's Day Festival. What? Do I look like his secretary? And even if I were, with my head in a tight little bun and my quill at the ready, the All-Mother doesn't share her every concern with me, you know. No, she whispers to her pillow at eventide, when only the feathers can hear her. Perfectly disciplined, aren't they? They'd obey my every command, and when I die, they'll all leap into my grave so that they needn't be without me. Don't try to stop them, no. They won't have it any other way.
Think of all the little dears you could have if you took matters into your own hands. Look, there. Even Hermit leave behind a worthy scrap or two.
Back to admire my work. My shapely physique. Well, get an eyeful, kitten. Envy is all you get from me. It takes a lifetime to achieve the level of skill necessary to train the beasts of the earth as I have. And I wouldn't share my secrets for anything. Not even a lock of your hair.
There. Again, the lost ones.
Back to admire my work. My shapely physique. Well, get an eyeful, kitten. Envy is all you get from me. It takes a lifetime to achieve the level of skill necessary to train the beasts of the earth as I do you protect the old brats. The old our mother and iron. What? Perfect.
Look, there. Again, the lost ones right by. You aim so low, Ogma.
Taking like a
All
cake!
the little dears you could have if you took matters into your own hands.
I feel like I've just had a long bath in a cold lake.
I am truly fortunate.
vermin leave behind a worthy scrap or two.
Feeling hot under the collar?
I'm warm as fresh apple pie.
I need to dry off.
Even the old man dies. Get them, or they turn to ash. Even vermin leave behind a worthy scrap or two. Get them, or they turn to ash. Even the old man dies. Get them, or they turn to ash. I order a echo, mother. You, this game's on magic balls.
So enjoy about death.
Potent heat!
Get them, or they turn to ash. God, this king of kings apart, eh? Shut your mouth.
What's Gruntilda doing with all that shiny black ore anyhow? That stuff makes my head ache. I guess those humans can't see all the big red stains about the place. Suppose they'd clean it if only they knew. These big green... That old rat catcher called...
Cheers. Though I wish there were other bombs that go up around here.
I told her it was a mistake to kill all of them alongside the men. What a stupid thing to do.
Hey,
I get all the peace I need from serving the goddess.
Even vermin leave behind a worthy scrap or two.
Let the lost die that we
I
may
think I'll stay off that particular device. I think I'll stay off that particular
Or even the old one
device.
has this steaming and loud.
Gruntilda doesn't
Feeling hot under the collar?
Even vermin leave behind a worthy scrap or two.
Who knew vermin could harbour such useful relics? Sharing the plunder.
I'm warm as fresh apple pie.
Blood! Goddesses, take some parched.
And shut your mouth and go get us some wine, why don't you?
There's an idea with a ring to it.
Lucky break!
If I find your trouble lad that did this, I'm feeding him his own nethers.
On a winning streak!
Conduit's orders. Best not to get on her bad side. You know that.
Yeah, but her orders don't come nicely.
Sheep in his orders will be on the spot then.
One man's trash is another man's trash.
Shut your mouth and go get us some wine, why don't you?
Now there's an idea with a ring to it. I'll be right a drink and a breather.
Which one of you fellas is winning?
If I find the old tub
Treasure!
feeding him his own nethers. Cheers. Though I wish there were other bottles.
Some call it
shone
luck,
brightly
others
today.
call it skill.
What a stupid thing to do.
Hey, conduit's orders. Best not to get on her bad side. You know that.
Yeah, but her orders don't cure my fever.
Then go find yourself a sheep if you're so bloody hot and bothered. If I find the
A
old
sheep?
tub alive that did this, I'm feeding
I'll
him
have
his
to
own
tell
nethers.
And I'd do her too if I wasn't so sure she'd bite me head off after we'd done.
This is taking bloody ages. I need a drink and a breather. By the goddesses, tits are parched!
Then shut your mouth and go get us some wine, why don't you?
Now there's an idea with a ring to it. I'll be right back. If I find the old tub alive that did this, I'm feeding him his own nethers.
I am truly fortunate.
This is taking bloody ages. And cheers. Can I breathe? Oh, I wish there were other bottles that go up around here.
I told you. What a stupid thing.
Hey, conduit's orders. Best not to get on the bad side. You know that.
Yeah, but her orders don't cure my fever.
Then go and find yourself a sheep if you're so bloody hot and bothered.
A sheep? Nah. I'll have to do her too. She'll bite me head off
I need a
after
drink
the
and a breather.
Let's have another round before we get too... What are you doing?
I'll win this round here. The goddess is with me.
Goddesses, tits are parched.
Shut your mouth and go get some wine, why don't you?
Now there's an idea with a ring to it. Right. Clean up, clean out. What am I? A god's damn scullery maid.
My stars shine brightly today.
Cheers. Though I wish there were other bottles that go up around here.
I told you it was a mistake to kill all the women alongside the men. What a stupid thing to do.
Hey, conduit's orders. Best not to get on her bad side. You know that.
Yeah, but her orders don't cure my fever.
Then go find yourself a sheep if you're so bloody hot and bothered.
A sheep? Nah. I'll have to till this. And I do her too, and I want to secure she's biting the head off after we're done.
This is taking bloody ages. I need a drink and a breather. Clean up, clean out. What am I? I've got...
The Seven smile upon me. Some call it luck, others call it skill. Charla and Horton. Aren't those the skeleton traders we met? Charla in Sicil and Horton just outside this village.
If this is to be believed, their spirits are trapped in a dark priestess's totem. Feeling lucky!
on me.
My luck had run out.
An auspicious omen!
Now this is valuable.
Blessed talisman, protect me.
like me today.
Toasty!
Salt to the skin!
the one coin for me.
Get them before they turn to ash.
What is it that you so enjoy?
Feeling hot under the collar?
Well, some say death, but it's for a second life, I say. A peaceful one, a quiet one.
I get all the peace I need from serving the goddess. A life of peace, I say. Let the lost die that we may live. Look, there. Again, the lost one struts by.
Matilda gives me plenty little dears to keep myself company.
You aim so low, Ogma. Think of all the little dears you could have if you took matters into your own hands. Look, there. Again, the lost one struts by.
Matilda gives me plenty little dears to keep myself company.
You aim so low, Ogma. Think of all the little dears you could have if you took matters into your own hands.
Spirits of air, conceal me.
Hey! Stop!
Confound this enfeebling wizardry!
You aim so low, Ogma. Think of all the little dears you could have if you took matters into your own hands.
Even vermin leave behind a worthy scrap or two.
What are you doing, lingering around here anyway, human?
Brutilda doesn't tell you a thing, does she? We're waiting to fight the final battle. The time is nearly nigh.
The final battle, is it? Guaranteed to be plenty.
What was the minimum?
Baking like a cake.
There. Again, the lost one struts by.
Matilda gives me plenty little dears to keep myself company.
You aim so low, Ogma. Think of all the little dears you could have if you took... You there! Tell me, how's your vision? Any ailments in the liver or spleen? Lost ones are everywhere these days, after all.
Even vermin leave behind a worthy scrap or two.
Nice undercast, I would.
Let's have a look around before we get
Even vermin leave behind a worthy scrap or two.
Look, there. Again, the lost one struts by.
Matilda gives me plenty little dears to keep myself company.
You aim so low, Ogma. Think of all the little dears you could have if you took matters into your own hands. You there, tell me, how's your vision? Any ailments in the liver or spleen? Lost ones are everywhere these days, after all. They end up with their brains a bit. I am a servant to the god. How much better? You there, tell me, how's your vision? Any ailments in the liver or spleen? Lost ones are everywhere these days, after all.
I'm overheating here.
That one's worth 10 coins for sure.
Trap on a track.
These big green goons certainly can't handle their alcohol. Give them a sip of something fine and they're useless.
Goddesses, set some past. Shut your mouth and go get us some wine, why don't you?
Now there's an idea for a ring to it.
vermin could harbour such useful relics. Share in the plunder. Could harbour such useful relics. Share in the plunder.
Seven's my lucky number, so 7 it is.
Back to me. Gonna call it back. Now for the clock. By the bar.
I order of the old mother.
I wish there were other bottles to go up around here. Soaked to the skin.
Hey, conduit soldiers.
Return to my true home. Yes, the magic of the mark flows through me, and know their souls, how they wail. I benefit from a magic more powerful than you could begin to comprehend. It nourishes me, and the souls I harbor feed it in kind. Cordelia, mother of lives and deaths, she found the ancient spell that would give me life, the spell that would consign those souls to me, and her work grows and thrives. Brothers and sisters alike to me in function, but double, triple, 100 times in capacity of being born across Riverdon. A new order is forming. No longer will souls waste their power in the Hall of Echoes. Let them better serve as food for a new species. Tara and her husband Horton, their souls call out to one another,
but they are blinded by the curse upon them. Their confusion is an elixir I sip from at my leisure. Their bones wander the earth as tradesmen, content enough. Their fate is not one to be mourned. They serve a purpose. Their corpses perform a function, do they not? And their souls give me delicious, agonizingly delicious life. I think not. I am comfortable here. Here where power runs through me. Here where I am alive with the thrum of souls within me. Please do. I am returned to my true home. Yet such a decision is not yours to make. Their souls are mine, gifted to me by the priestess. You cannot take them from me. You cannot have them.
They seem quite content. And where else have we found such fine traders? Think of the fine goods we might lose in the process.
I think not. Please.
It never rains, but it pours, eh?
Blood brothers of Jarl stuck in this orc
sorrows with
infested
ale.
dump. I swear I'll start taking heads if we don't.
I'm drenched!
I guess those humans can't see all the big red stains about... Tweak! What's Gratilda doing with all that shiny black...
Many rats scurry in and out of this hole, where it leads is uncertain.
Who knew vermin could harbour such useful relics? Share in the plunder!
Oh, go screw yourself with a rusty mace, why don't you?
Oh, I could do with a cold drink.
You look like a discreet sort. Come here, why don't you?
I need to dry off.
Hey, you! Stranger! Over here! You look like you could use a leg up against the competition. Isn't that so? Now for the flop. 5 of hearts. 8. Finally, Jack of hearts.
Let's get the ball rolling here. 5 coins.
I'll call and raise you another 5.
Look at me, son. I'm out.
Call.
Now for the turn card. Jack of clubs. Press it.
Check.
Yeah, check. Go on.
Fine, I'll check it. Now, we're hiding under there. 6 of clubs!
Lady Luck loves me. All in.
Fold! Trap on a cracker, I'm out.
Come, let's see those cards.
Check these puppies out.
I could do better than that. The game's mine.
Nice hand of cards, that one.
Come, let's have another round before I get too drunk to read the cards.
Nothing more than a humble trader, my lord. There's always plenty to go around after the raising of a village. I collect a bit of it and bring it to market. Tenebrium's awfully valuable, after all. No reason wares of this calibre ought to rot in some coffer. With pleasure, my lord. Why, my lord, I wouldn't dare steal from the All-Mother. A grave crime, that'd be. No. I simply pick from the loot she hasn't quite noticed yet. Doesn't miss 'em in the least. This I promise on my honour as an orc.
I'll call and
This
raise you another
orc's been
prize.
withholding loot from his so-called All-Mother. Interesting indeed.
A bit of information well kept in our back pockets, I do believe.
Lousy damn cards.
Yeah, Che, go on.
Fine, I'll check it. Now, let's see what we're hiding under there. 4 of clubs!
That one's worth 10 coins for sure.
Too rich for my blood. I fold.
Come, let's see those cards.
Read them and weep, you amateurs.
I know what drank back the next day.
Nice hand of cards, that one.
Come, let's have another round before I get too drunk to read the cards.
I'll win this one. The goddess is with me, I can feel it.
I get all the peace I need from serving the goddess. A life for peace, I say. Let the lost die.
What
Let
a
it
second! Is you one of them those little spits looking for the villages?
My kingdom for a dry shirt.
Ah, it never rains but it pours, eh?
A fine stroke of luck.
I'd never have judged a few grimy ground dwellers, and lost ones at that, to be worth all this fuss.
Chief knows what he knows. He says, find the cellar, so that's what we do.
Well, for all he knows, they could be knee-deep in punishment miles away from here.
Fevers, our flight!
So that settles it. You really are big a buffoon as you look. No one gets into the Phantom Forest, brother. No one.
And the conduit, Chief says she's there as we speak.
That thick brain of yours is better suited for gruel than for thinking. Of course she's there. She's got the goddess within her. Come on, then. We've got to sell her to fact. Your chatter won't scare it into the open, you know.
Feel anything strange underfoot? The orcs insist there's a cellar here, but we haven't found so much as a hole for squatting. Someone got the brilliant inkling that the missing villagers are hiding in a secret cellar. This was their home, but there's no sign of anything more than orcish garbage here. The wizard servants they were, and the great Queen Goon of the Orcs thinks they'll know how to get inside the wizard's house. Even if they don't, I suppose she hopes to cut them down, same as the rest of their kin.
The thing won't budge. Then again, I thought the same about that villager's kneecap. By the wings of Freo Fuldon, I bet my left ear there ain't no cellar here. You there! Any cellars popping out the woodwork in your watch? Bleeding orcs having the first idea what they're doing.
Check beneath these boards.
Is this one of them fancy scribble pages? Never did trust them myself.
There's nothing to find in this bleeding dump. Gaggle of scared
something behind
get
it.
to.
Behold these skulls bereft of the lips with which they kissed.
The orcs tore through this place like...
Let's see. Key, lockpick, or hammer?
It's rubbish. I ain't a bleeding maid.
Am I gazing at the holes of souls? Or am I wrong?
My lucky
for
charm. You already checked beneath these boards.
Is this one of them fancy scribble
There's
pages?
nothing to find in this bleeding dump.
Behold these skulls
Where
bereft of
could
the
a
lips
gaggle of scared peasants get to?
Ain't there something behind here?
So many of these skulls are so delectably modern. I can hardly tell which one of them would suit me better.
The orcs tore through this place like
and
wild
rubbish.
pigs.
I ain't a
Gazing at the
bleeding
holes of
maid.
souls. Or am I wrong altogether?
Hey, you already checked beneath these boards?
The thing won't budge. Then again, I thought the same about that villager's kneecap.
There's nothing to find in
Is
this
this one of them
bleeding
fancy
dump.
scribble pages? Never did trust them myself.
Behold these skulls bereft of the lips with which they kissed.
Where could a gaggle of scared peasants get to?
Ain't there something behind here?
These skulls are so delectably modern. I can hardly tell which one of them would suit me better. Am I gazing at the holes of souls? Or am I wrong?
Plates and rubbish. I ain't a
Orcs tore
bleeding
through this
maid.
place like wild pigs.
Hey, you already checked beneath these boards?
The thing won't budge. Then again, I thought the same about that villager's kneecap.
There's nothing to find in this bleeding dump.
Is this one of them fancy scribble pages? Never did trust them myself.
Where could a gaggle of scared peasants get to?
Feeling lucky!
Plates and rubbish.
place like wild pigs.
Hey, you already checked beneath these boards?
The thing won't budge. Then again, I
There's
thought the
nothing
same
to
about
find
that
in this
village's
bleeding
kneecap.
dump.
Is this one of them fancy scribble pages? Never did trust them myself.
Where could a gaggle of scared peasants get to?
Tell which one of them would suit me better. Am I gazing at the hordes of souls? Or am I wrong altogether?
Ain't there something behind here?
Plates and rubbish. I ain't a bleeding maid.
The orcs tore through this place like wild pigs.
Hey, you already checked beneath these boards?
Sodden all the way to my boot soles.
There's nothing to find in this bleeding dump.
The thing won't budge. I thought the same about that village's kneecap.
Where
Is this
could a
one of them
gaggle
fancy
of
scribble
scared
pages?
peasants get to?
Never did trust them myself.
Am I gazing at the hordes of souls? Or am I wrong altogether? Look here! Look at you! How I admire one whose head is lodged so firmly upon their shoulders, like a spire that rests upon the breadth of its foundations, one and indivisible. Not I, alas. I fare not so. For I may replace my battered cranium as jauntily as a wizard may his hat. Just consider some of these examples here before me. How I admire this one's kingly brow, that one's exquisite jaw, yonder one's deep-set sockets that held a warrior's eyes. Why make a permanent choice? Why not cater to the occasion as called for? I would, but for the question, where does the soul reside? And so I ask, where are you, O ephemeral soul? If in a tooth you may be pulled, if in an arm you may be broken, where are you, O delicate monstrosity, as have we all? Townsfolk would sit on these benches and talk about their day. Children would sprinkle water at one another and snigger. Now their mouths neither talk nor snigger any longer. And all that is sprinkled about is blood. Days pass me by no longer, only the dreams of what was, but can never be again. Surely you jest when you question this question's importance. Say I opt for that there fair-featured sovereign of a skull. What happens if another soul lies therein sequestered? If I play the part of the aforementioned wizard, and swap its rugged lineaments for the feeble ones that are my own, who shall I become? I. Yes. Who is I, then? Were I sure that the soul houses within the chest, within one's little toe, for all I care, I would fret not so. But the certainty I long for remains as impossible to find as one specific raindrop in the rain. You, oh, I beg of you, have you not the answer?
Ain't there something behind here?
Hey, you already checked beneath these boards? Any sign of them?
I concur. Pick a new skull if you want one. It's not going to change who you are in the least.
But of course, why was I so blind? The soul is not of the body, it is of the spirit. A new skull I shall have, but sane person I'll remain. Oh, the agony of choice. I think I'll opt for the one with the kingly brow.
bleeding dump.
Ah, I'm dripping.
Where in the blazes?
The old mother's orders are the only ones we hear. Hot soup.
Big ugly brute making me do his dirty work. I bet his skull has made a lovely cup.
What a deluge!
Stay out of the top floor of the tavern, unless you want to get your eyes poked out. I've seen the bloke up there do terrible things with a butter knife.
The dog looks up at you. The dog hangs its head.
Stay out. Tweak! Say, what's the...
What's this, then? Who in the hells are you? And where am I? These aren't my bones. I was made of sterner stuff, make no mistake. Switched skulls? What do you want about, you loon? This is intolerable. I used to be an important man round these parts, you know. I demand respect. The mayor I was and the mayor I am still. Now leave me be. For I've important municipal matters to attend to.
Switching skulls did make him swap souls after all.
On the bright side, we seem to have answered one of the world's oldest questions.
Mayor Burton, at your service. What can I do for you, citizen? We've hit a bit of a rough patch, I'm afraid. Immigration's a real head-scratcher these days. Now, I don't discriminate against orcs, of course, but they are rather rowdy fellows with some very peculiar habits. And then there's the rate of crime. Shot up terribly recently, what with the mass slaughter that took place. You'd think that kind of thing only happens in the big city. But no, we have our fair share of urban problems here in Hunter's Edge. Busy days, but don't you worry. Mayor Burton's on the ball. Mayor Burton, at your service. What can I do for you, citizen? We've hit a bit of... And then the busy days.
Hello again. Do you bring good news? They've survived this carnage. Savages, but you're not. They must be squashed. Every jinx I had. If you come to this village, a kind, the dark invader, would that in each life, the human tribe...
Said it was me who popped.
How in the second...
My kingdom for a dry shirt.
What you did with the damn thing?
We harvest the benefits of fate.
It's all mother, I'll say. The humans are talking. I haven't got a hole in my pocket, have I?
Something behind here.
Nice to see a fresh face, they green as toast. Best make yourself...
That's so. Is you one of those little spits looking for the villager? Getting ripped to shreds, can he?
Go on then, Frogskin. We'll see who'll end up beneath those boots.
Is that what you call those things on your toesies? Human, leave the lads out, please. You'll come to work today, boss. I've got the human, and it's itching like mad.
I'm drenched!
Was this one of them fancy scribble bits? Never did trust them myself.
Disgrace and rubbish. Kind of bleeding.
It's all mother, I'll say.
Stunt's probably lost the bloody thing up his own arse.
I haven't got a hole in my pocket, have I?
Some call it luck, others call it skill.
Big ugly brute making me do his dirty work. I bet his skull would make a lovely goblet for Jarl's mead.
Look in every cranny now! Your mother won't like to hear a human's been thieving from an orc.
You know damn well I wouldn't touch anything of yours with a 10-hand pole.
So it was Johnston that cleaned the visit just as you were walking through here? Your mother won't believe it for a moment.
Lucky break!
Bloody key. Who could trust a big stupid oaf like you with something like that?
What are you saying to me, fool? Actor?
I said
get
you're
dog
so
is cooked.
stupid.
Take a dip in the river now.
Fell from your pocket.
Warm as
Squatting
dragon's
over the
breath.
latrine.
Shall I run you a bumper load again, Alfie? It's all mother, I'll say. The humans the one took it.
Is that what you want?
Not exactly. I was only having a bit of fun. I haven't got a hole in my pocket, have I?
Lose you for a silly joke.
I am truly fortunate.
Others call it skill.
Making me do his dirty work. I bet his
It's
skull
all
would
mother,
make a
I'll
lovely
say.
goblet for Jarl's
The
mead.
humans the
know how every
took it.
shred of my soul screams to be near you. I've learned to keep it quiet, and you've got to do the same.
I haven't got a hole in my pocket, have I? Trust me. I mean, feel this way about anyone. Besides, a freak. It's all mother, I'll say. The humans do.
If we can
Big ugly brute making me do his dirty work. I bet his skull would make a lovely goblet for Jarl's mead.
It's all mother, I'll say. The humans do. Talking.
I do promise we'll make it out of here. Together.
If you say so.
That's the
I
spirit.
haven't got a hole in my pocket, have I?
We'll keep our walls high, our defenses even higher. Shouldn't we forget this time?
Big ugly brute making me do his dirty work. I
Anything
bet his
you might
skull would make a lovely goblet for
It's
Jarl's
all
mead.
mother, I'll say. The humans the one who took it. Well, well, well. Thought you could get away with it, did ya? Don't look so confused, Pinky. The armory key. Hand it over. Painting my toenails pale lilac, of course. What does it look like, you ape? I'm hunting for a missing key. I'm the All-Mother's right hand. If there's something she needs done by someone she knows can do it, I'm the one she calls. This little key ordeal, don't change that. It's small, metal, fits in a keyhole. Help us look or shove off, will ya? I've got to find the key before the old mother finds out it's missing, or she'll carve a spear at me right tusk.
Brute making me do his dirty work.
It
I
could
bet his
prove
skull
rather
would make a
worth our
lovely
time
goblet
to
for
find
Jarl's mead.
Source hunter, scavenger hunter. For better or worse, our resumes are growing.
The humans the one talking.
One side. I ain't got time for chatting till I find the damn thing. What does that matter? Quit buzzing in my ear before I squash you like we did the rest of the pests in this blasted place. You'd be too if you'd misplaced something of Gratilda's. I once saw her skin her own foot soldier alive for mispronouncing All-Mother. And he'd only done it after she'd knocked his teeth out for sneezing in her presence. What's worse is, the coward's blaming his troubles on me, only because I happened to be passing by when he noticed his armory key was missing. I'd tell him to piss off and be on my way, but he threatened to tell Gratilda it's me who stole it. Somehow, I doubt I'll get to tell my side of things before my head was shorn clear off. Not a damn thing in all the 12 hills of hell. This idiot orc has no idea where he's lost the damn thing. So he's taken to blaming me, a passerby. It's just like an orc to save his own skin by flaying someone else.
I haven't got a hole in my pocket, have I?
A fine stroke of luck.
Born under a lucky star! My lucky charm!
Lucky! Sobbing all the way to my boot soles.
It's all mother. The humans the one took it.
Big ugly brute making me do his dirty work. I bet his skull would make a lovely goblet for Jarl's mead.
You better hope the bleeding key shows up soon.
Thought you said it was me who pocketed it.
How in the second heaven am I supposed to know what you did with the devil thing?
In from Silver Glen, Flatlander. Ain't got the rot of it. Brothers are we all. limbs of the tribe.
It's all mother. You.
Stay out of...
Someone's there.
See, against Orcish custom to take a dip in the river now and then. Don't smell
I've no way to my boot
It's no
soles.
surprise a dainty thing like you can't handle a bit of must. Shall I run you a bubble bath, darling? Lace it with rose oil, shall I?
What do you mean by?
You know damn well I wouldn't touch anything.
Never rains but it pours, eh?
Are you daft? If you keep that up, we're through. It'll be the noose for me. See, against Orcish custom to take a dip in the river now.
What a
If
deluge!
you keep that up, we're through. It'll be the noose for me and the rack for you. Is that what you want?
Keep what up exactly? I was only having a bit of fun.
Even a look will smell the end of us in this place. I won't stand for it. I won't lose you over a silly joke.
Tell me how I can help it. Everywhere you go, this damn bleeding heart of mine follows.
Dunn's probably lost the bloody thing up his own arse.
Some people think I feel the same. You must know how every shred of my soul screams to be near you. But I've learned to keep it quiet, and you've got to do the same.
I do know it, old freak. I do. I cannot trust me. It's all much way out in. To you, and everyone besides. Trainer, a freak.
It's history's so-called freaks and markets. If we can survive this, we can survive anything.
How long do you reckon it'll be, old freak? Bloody kill. How long till we not just survive it, but live it?
I can't say for certain, but
I say you're so stupid.
darling, I do promise we'll make it out of here together.
If you say so, I believe it.
That's the spirit. Yes, we've got to keep our hopes high, but our defences even higher. We shouldn't meet like this again for some time. But remember, above all, above anything you might hear, I love you, and I will.
Someone's there. You must be itching to lose your fingers if you dare disturb my camp, human.
What are you playing at, Toadskin? Watch how you address us, you betters. You did hear how Homeless Gorag got his name after all.
Yeah, piss off then. Go and gab amongst yourselves like a pair of chickens, why don't ya? I could ask the same of you, small bones. I don't go stopping up to you in the ballet class demanding to know which pirouette you're doing next, do I? Quit your sneaking around, you snake. Where'd you say you come?
I bet his skull would make a lovely goblet for Jarl's ring.
Quit your sneaking around, you snake. Where'd you say you come from again? And how do we know you ain't a
Touch anything of yours with a 10-hand pole. Big ugly brute making me do his dirty work. I bet his skull would make a lovely goblet.